Hello, fat fans. We're going to visit word. Living legend James Toney, a guy who has fought everyone in boxing. This guy turned pro in 1988, retired in 2017. Who else does that? This guy has been, he beaten a lot of people, including even the Olympic. So a guy who has an unblemished record and also is known to keep things real. Okay, he keeps things real because he's a real one. Unlike these other legends who are puppets of our Heyman and who are loyal to PBC because they get something on one way or the other, or back end money, you understand? So I don't buy into that because all these guys makes boxing sick, but guys like James Toney keep things real, because he knows who's real and who's not. So he was asked about his opinion for the Water Brazil bout. And James Toney has something very unpleasant to say about a fight. Not really unpleasant, just keeping it real, I must say. He kept it real. James Toney is not a guy that want to hide things or, he just keep things real. He don't want to be too slick, because he believes that, he's his own boss, man. And looking at the way he conduct himself, the way he dresses and other stuff, the way he talks like a boxer. You don't really care about no other person, or what someone might think of him. So he said, well, Joshua Brazil is a mismatch. And when the interviewer asked him, told him, no, Brazil has this, Brazil that. He said, man, forget it. It's a mismatch. He said, we all know that Water is going to knock Brazil out. Water will beat Brazil. That's what he thinks. That's what he feels. One thing I must say is that, actually, to be sincere, Water Brazil is a mismatch for the fact that Brazil hasn't improved since losing to Anthony Joshua. Because let's just keep it real for example. Let's keep it real. Like if you look at a guy like Dillian White, after he lost to Joshua in 2015, what did he do? You saw what he did, right? He had to work his way up. He had to start improving on his skills, on his movement, on his stamina, on his ring IQ. He went to the basics because at that point, Dillian White was just a guy who trained in a very certain way, like in a street way. And in boxing, you don't do that. But after the loss to Joshua, Dillian White then got some balls. And, although he got knocked the fuck out, but he got some balls from people who said he tried. That was actually one of the best fights, of Joshua. That Joshua's fought. That is actually one of the best fights of Joshua, to be sincere. It was entertaining. The beat up was nice. The beef, we all know White don't like Joshua just like all the rest of all these guys that are jealous of AJ's success. And these guys can never be where AJ is right now. The level of respect AJ gets worldwide, they can never get it. It's just simple. Because they don't conduct themselves in a professional manner. And they are only appealing to some certain type of fans. Compared to Joshua, who is widely recognized worldwide, widely respected worldwide, and has the backing of more than 100 million plus Nigerians behind him. and also has a lot of UK fans, millions and millions of UK British fans behind him as well. So British fans has actually done a lot for Joshua. I have to say that. They've actually done a lot. But there are different types of British fans. You have the Tyson Fury fans, which are very different. They don't really like Joshua. They hate Joshua to the core. They call him all sort of names. Some of them tend to be a little bit racist, according to what I've seen so far on the internet and what they write about Joshua. But these same people have gone quiet for now, because after Wilder turned down that $1.3 billion deal, this guy's disappeared because now they cannot go to Joshua's social media page and write rubbish like Doka or something like that. We used to see that, but right now all gone for now. So, well, is Wilder Breazeale really a mismatch? Well, speaking from a boxing analyst point of view, I don't think it's a mismatch that much. I think Breazeale has the power to knock Wilder out, but I just feel like since Breazeale hasn't actually improved, after losing to Joshua, he should have improved from that moment, and should have been more active. The more active you are in the ring, the more skills, the more, tricks you get to learn. So Breazeale, has actually learned close to nothing. He's just a guy who still has the same style, which is very effective sometimes, but can also backfire. We saw that against Izugono. If it wasn't for Breazeale's chin, I don't think he would have survived that long. Breazeale has a very solid chin, I have to say. So his chin kept him in there, his stamina kept him in there, and Ogono ran out of gas. Against Wilder is going to be something very different, because Wilder, no matter how tired he is, can still get the adrenaline, the energy, the southern beast mode to take you out of there at any given moment. He's a guy like that, So Breazeale has to keep the heat on Wilder. Like I said, he can be Wilder. I know he can do that, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna fight a different way. Maybe that's the reason why he had to get Virgil Hunter on his side. Breazeale has to fight a different way. He has to. But we all wanted to see Joshua Wilder, but Wilder actually don't want to fight. He's scared to death of Joshua. He don't want to lose that WBC strap to Joshua. So hopefully Breazeale does the job. I was supporting the guy to do the job. We already know that if a job has been removed from the undercard, which means I'm not gonna be really, I don't know. Maybe I watch the fight, but I can sleep off as well. I'm not gonna be awake the whole night, just to watch the fight. But if I catch the fight, yeah, good. If not, sleep off, good as well. And rewatch it. That's just it. Well, guys, are you in supportive of what the living legend James Toney has just stated, or you think James Toney is wrong? You tell us below, guys. Like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Block Center, and as well on Twitter at Boxing Block. DM me, write me, give compliments, give any compliment you want to give, or even insults, or whatever you want to do, or opinion. In my opinion, it's always, welcome. Cheers, guys.